we will see what kind of Doctor Strange you are.
Every deleted scene from Doctor Strange 2. Much like the film's title, the production of Doctor Strange 2 was filled with madness. I mean, Scott Derrickson was supposed to make Doctor Strange 2, but he wanted to make a no-holds-barred, weird, gnarly, scary movie, much on the lines of the 2018 film Hereditary or the 2015 film The Witch.
Bingo.
Out of his butt?
No. Oh, well, maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I hope not.
However, there were certain creative differences between Marvel and Derrickson which led to him exiting the film. Derrickson went on to make the 2022 film The Black Phone, a horror masterpiece, and Doctor Strange was slated for a May 2020 release. But to make things worse, the world got struck by the pandemic and the production was further delayed. In the end, Sam Raimi managed to create a rather wonderful film. But all the barriers during the developmental and production stages led to several issues, which ultimately led to certain scenes being reshot or being outright eliminated from the final cut.
Yeah.
The only thing that didn't change in the filming of this film was the title.
I mean, when Sam Raimi took the directorial reins, only half the film had been written and they were still fighting out an ending. Furthermore, Raimi confirmed in a recent interview that he wished to make a much longer film, alas. Nevertheless, in this video, we will explore every deleted scene from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and we'll also dive deep into the various differences between the trailer and the actual film. Let's begin, shall we? But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
The same nightmare.
1. Scarlet Witch was going to be darker and crazier. From the outset, Marvel wanted us to think that both Sorcerer Supreme and the Scarlet Witch were both evil and good. They couldn't possibly put any more emphasis on the fact that they wanted the fans to have a blurred vision of the line differentiating good and evil. In order to achieve that goal, Marvel had planned to kill more people at Wanda's hands. I mean, she already massacred Taj and the pupils learning sorcery there. But apart from the members of the Illuminati and a few Ultron bots, she didn't kill anyone really major. In an interview with Variety, Elizabeth Olsen, who played Wanda Maximoff, confirmed that she was supposed to send many more people to their graves than she actually did in the final cut of the film. She was speaking from the perspective of her character, whom she believed to be a dark but righteous superhero. She was clearly disturbed by the fact that Wanda, a woman who sacrificed her love for the world, had fallen from grace. In the interview, Wanda further stated how she had warned Doctor Strange about the consequences of coming between her and her children, but the arrogant and adamant sorcerer didn't listen to her. Olsen didn't really mention the people she was supposed to kill, but the fact remains that she could have been filled with more madness than she was in the film.
You break the rules.
Number 2 is the alternate ending, war between the army of sorcerers and Scarlet Witch. When the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer first came out, people were thrilled to see the residents of Taj in battle mode, just as a dark cloud took over the entire sky. However, the film's Taj sequence was rather short and disappointing to some fans. Interestingly enough, during the film's early days, the Taj battle sequence was supposed to be depicted in an ultimate climactic battle, and I believe it would have made sense given how amazing it would be to watch an army of young sorcerers fighting one of the strongest witches on the face of Earth. But instead, the movie didn't spend even 10 minutes in Taj. Having said that, Sam Raimi's vision of what actually happened in the film was no less thrilling. Speaking of the ancient sorcery school, Rintrah, the alien student of Taj, was supposed to give a speech in praise of Wong, the current Sorcerer Supreme of Earth 616. Unfortunately, that didn't translate to the screen either. Furthermore, the previously shot ending was supposed to feature Wanda's body in the rubble after the collapse of Mount Wundagore, which housed her throne. However, all we got to see after the collapse of Mount Wundagore was a sequence of a red ball of energy radiating from the collapsing throne. It could have been for one of two reasons. Either Wanda had created some sort of a protected bubble made out of a scarlet-colored magic, or it was simply a final burst of all the energy she housed within herself. It is beyond doubt that Elizabeth Olsen will return in the future Marvel installments, but it is unknown if she will return as Wanda from Earth 616 or as the one from Earth 838.
This path exacts a heavy toll.
Number 3. Mordo from 616 may have been after Wanda's powers. In the post-credit scene of the first Doctor Strange movie, we saw how Karl Mordo was being set up as a villain for future Marvel installments.
Too many sources.
However, that didn't entirely happen in Doctor Strange 2. In fact, he seemed to be on the right side of the line, albeit with a personal set of beliefs about the future of the multiverse. This Mordo was from Earth 838, and his relationship with Doctor Strange was rather strenuous because of the horrid experiences that Mordo had had with the Strange of Earth 838. Nevertheless, if we were to believe a few sequences from the trailer, like the fiery forest with a red hue, it may have been possible that Mordo was hunting Wanda down, and he had managed to reach her isolated cabin in the woods. Clearly, this would have been the Mordo from Earth 616 and not 838. In the trailer of Doctor Strange 1, Mordo was going after sorcerers to steal their powers, and he may have been after the Scarlet Witch to steal hers too. However, the creators chose to keep the Prime Earth's Mordo away from the movie and alive, so that his villainous side could be explored in future installments. Instead, they depicted the Mordo from Earth 838, who was the Earth's Sorcerer Supreme. Number 4. Where is Iron Man from Earth 838? Before the release of Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Marvel Studios had released the clip that confirmed the Illuminati along with the Shield, which most likely belonged to Captain Carter. In the comics, the Illuminati comprises Tony Stark, Charles Xavier, Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, Reed Richards, and Namor. However, there were a few changes in the film, as we see Charles Xavier, Reed Richards, Captain Marvel, Captain Carter, Black Bolt, and Karl Mordo. One of the most surprising elements was John Krasinski as Reed Richards, which was suspected, proving the rumors true. This leaves quite a few unresolved questions as far as Iron Man's existence on Earth 838 is concerned. I mean, we did see the Ultron bots, right? One may argue that Iron Man doesn't necessarily have to be the one to create the Ultron bots, because in the comics, Reed Richards also created them. Furthermore, the movie had Professor X mentioning that Reed Richards, or Mr. Fantastic, was the most brilliant mind on Earth. With that in mind, it could be said that Tom Cruise's rumored appearance in Doctor Strange 2 may have been cut from the movie. But then again, Marvel has always hinted that Iron Man was the brainy one on Earth and the creator of Ultron. I mean, his bio is pretty impressive, and he was the one who decoded time travel in the last movie of Marvel's Phase 3. Although Iron Man may have been cut out from the latest Marvel movie, the possibility of Tom Cruise appearing in future installments cannot and should not be discarded. Lastly, Tom Cruise is known for his strange cameos throughout his time as one of Hollywood's A-listers, so I, for one, would like to sit tight and wait.
Things just got out of hand.
Number 5. Sinister Strange forgot to say a major dialogue. One of the greatest differences between the trailer and the movie was the scene in the trailer in which Sinister Strange says things just got out of hand. It was evident that Sinister Strange was explaining something about the ruckus he made while using the Darkhold, the Book of the Damned. However, it could also be a reference to a previously depicted version of Sinister Strange in the What If animated series. While there could be many theories behind the real reason for shooting this scene, it is evident that the several changes made after the change of director and COVID led to the removal of this dialogue. Irrespective of what you and I believe, this scene was probably shot with the intention of blurring the line between Strange's good and evil sides. But as Raimi and Marvel didn't want to question Strange's ethics, they thought it was best to redo the scene.
I do it and I become the enemy. That doesn't seem fair.
Number 6. Wanda was supposed to have more fun. Much like the previous entry, there was a line delivered by Wanda in the trailer that she conveniently didn't voice in the movie. She says, "This is going to be fun." From what we can tell, it could have been said during a fight sequence between Wanda from Earth 838 and Scarlet Witch from Earth 616. I mean, although the Prime Earth's Wanda was not a megalomaniacal villain, she certainly behaved like one. Her obsession with reuniting with her kids from another universe went to such extremes that she stopped caring about what came next or the path she was going to take to achieve her goal, or even how many people she hurt. In the movie, Doctor Strange confronts Wanda to ask what happens after she meets her children from another reality, and more importantly, what happens to their mother from that reality. It seemed that the Scarlet Witch was willing to kill her other version to be with the latter's children. So it is quite possible that the creators initially thought of a fight sequence between the two Wandas, which would have been a pretty interesting thing to watch. It would have been a fight between a wickedly corrupt and emotionally drained witch and an enthusiastically righteous and loving mother, and hence the words, "This is going to be fun," would have made sense. There was some more dialogue such as "Try not to break the multiverse, Strange," and "You open the doorway between universes" that appeared in the trailers but didn't appear in the movie. If you have any other insights, do let us know in the comments. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.